Morning everyone, it's Ian from DIY Home and Gardening. So today is the start of another video that, well, I know it's going to take a while to actually complete, but hopefully you'll bear with and watch the whole thing. Anyway, I thought I'd try growing some turmeric. So I've managed to source some rhizome, or as a lot of people call it, a root. But it is rhizome, and yeah, just thought I'd try and give it a go to grow the actual plants, because well, turmeric is a superfood. It's really good for anti-inflammatory and has other, well, health benefits. So yeah, I use quite a bit of it, so I thought I'd try and grow my own. Anyway, let me show you what it actually looks like, and then how I'm going to start growing it. There you are. So that is the rhizome from turmeric. Weird looking stuff. Kind of, well, I suppose it's like a stunted ginger rhizome almost, but looks a bit like those Ouija grubs that you get in Australia. But anyway, that's a section of the rhizome. So much like with ginger, you then get the root formation from it. I'm not entirely sure where these have come from, so they're a little bit on the dry side. You can see there that you got an eye. There's another one there. So the eyes is where you'd start getting the sprouts from. So there's a few pieces with eyes showing. But yeah, basically I sourced all the root. They came literally packaged in a couple of envelopes, and that's how they are. So I haven't grown it before. I've tried finding some information on how to grow it. There's not a lot out there. Seems to be the only YouTube videos that have been done are well, have taken place either Australia or India, so obviously totally different climates from the UK. But I'm going to try and just treat it a bit like the ginger, to be honest, how I grow that. So first things first, I'm going to put it in some water and leave it to soak for a couple of hours. Right, there's the rhizome in a bowl of water. Hopefully over the next couple of hours they take up some moisture. You can see how dry they are by the fact that they're all floating, not sunk. So probably find that within a few hours they will have taken up enough moisture and swelled that they'll be below water surface, and then at that point I'll allow them to, well, come out of the water, dry off, and then we'll look to set them out for, I suppose, pre-planting or sprouting. There we have it. There's the rhizome of the turmeric. Kept it in for 6 hours now. You can kind of see actually that it's got a better colour already. Definitely looks firmer and not floaty as such. Started with 200 grams. So I thought I would actually just do a little bit of an experiment to see kind of how much, I suppose, weight has actually been put on just through moisture. So it doesn't look like it's a lot, but actually when you think it's like 300, so it's about 225, so it's probably about 10% extra weight. So that's essentially the moisture that's been trapped in the rhizomes. So I just leave these to dry out a little bit and then put them onto their new home, or what's going to be their new home for the next couple of weeks. Compost all mixed up, so I've gone for roughly well, 40-50% mixture of multi-purpose compost with perlite, which is same mixture that I've switched to for a few other things like the dahlias and lilies. Previously on ginger, I've used a sand grit mix. Equally for a straight potting, I have used this perlite mix. perlite, which I've talked about in other videos. It's a natural volcanic material, so it holds moisture, but obviously it only holds a certain amount, so you don't get the same saturation that you would if you had a whole thing of compost. But equally, because it's a volcanic material, it's lighter weight as it dries out, and it provides good drainage. So that's my planting media. So I've got the rhizomes here of turmeric, and you can see that actually now they've been in water for a while, these buds or eyes are now a bit more prominent. So what we're going to do is position these in the soil roughly, well, just half covered with the eyes up, and just going to fill the tray with all of these pieces, or the good pieces. If you got something like this that's clearly a bit battered and no visible eyes, then I just put it on one side and I'll use that for cooking with. So yeah, we got plenty to play with, so you know, just be a bit selective. You know, there's no point putting something like that in when obviously you got something like that that's should grow much better. So that's what I'll do now, is set them all out. There you have it. So I've got 10 pieces set out. These bits, there's a couple that have got some eyes on, but to be honest, the pieces are so small that I don't think they'll be that viable. So I'm just going to stick with these 10 good strong pieces, and those pieces will now go into propagator unit. Right, just put the tray into the propagator unit. Just stick the lid on. It's a bit hard to do one-handed, but there you are. So it's a heated propagator unit, lid on, keeping the vents open, just to allow for a little bit of the excess moisture to evaporate out, and I'll leave it in there until it starts sprouting, which, well, if it's the same as ginger, could be up to a couple of months really. So let's see. Well, we are 16th of May, and guess what? After 2.5 months, the turmeric has started forming some shoots. I guess you can call them the start of shoots. Let's wait and see what happens. So here we are on the 3rd of June, which means that it is exactly 3 months on since I started my little turmeric experiment. Yeah, having never tried it before, didn't know what to expect, and to be honest, still don't know really what I'm doing. All I know is it's taken longer for those couple of pieces to sprout than the ginger normally does. That might have something to do with the fact that actually it took me a little bit of sourcing to try and find the turmeric pieces to begin with, and I had to buy them online, so they definitely weren't as fresh as say the ginger that I've been getting from supermarket. But as you can see, I've got 2 really good spikes. I've had to take the propagator lid off because they now touch the height, but touch the top, but you can see how big they are. So it's probably about 8 or 9 inches high, that tallest section, and you can see on some of the other bits, so we got a bulge in there for a new shoot to come. There's another shoot there, a shoot on that one, and a shoot down there, well, and there. So yeah, it is coming slowly. Oh, I've just spotted another one, and then there's a little shoot just on that section there. But as I say, I'd never grown it before, and actually I've never seen the leaf before, and it's quite a lovely looking leaf so far. So I don't really know what I was expecting, to be honest, but yeah, so that's my turmeric 3 months on, and I suppose I need to now carefully try and, well, work out how to tease them apart so that I can pot some individually. So yeah, I suppose thanks for watching this video. It's definitely a bit of a long drawn out process. Normally I'd say if you've got any questions or messages, then send them over to me and I'll get back to you, but quite frankly this is such a new crop to try and grow that aside from telling you what I've already told you in the video, I don't really know what more I can add to it. But yeah, certainly if you got any messages, then send them over and I'll do my best to reply with some words of wisdom perhaps on growing turmeric. But yeah, if you like what I'm doing, then please subscribe. You know, don't forget to hit that reminder button so you can see what I'm doing for future videos. Keep having fun in the garden, keep enjoying experimenting and trying to grow new things, and I'll see you all soon. So yeah, thanks again and bye for now.